Hi everyone and welcome to Hobby World. Here on this channel we usually focus on the nerdy, the geeky. I work with arts, crafts, 3D printing, arcade machines and all kinds of stuff. And today I'm going to do a review. In this fine package here in front of me I have some stuff I just ordered a couple of days ago. So let's open this up and see what's inside. I luckily just had a knife laying around here for the purpose. This makes it a lot easier. And look what we have here. Playoff Stiga classic games from Sweden. This is a hockey game, a tabletop hockey game. First impressions, this is actually a pretty large box, but of course I knew that this game also had a kind of a volume and large area, so it needs to be pretty large. I remember when I was a kid, one of my friends had one of these. We are talking back in the 90s, and I really wanted one. I wanted one so bad, but unfortunately we couldn't afford it, and now when I'm adult I can spend my money as I like, and I've just bought one of these because we're going to host a party, and I thought this would be a great game for a party. So we can compete a bit, we can challenge each other, and we can see who's the best hockey player at the table. So let's get this unpacked. Well, let's see if we can do an epic unpacking video of this amazing product. I would expect there to be something looking like that inside the box, and I've of course also checked out images on the net before I ordered it, and it was actually fairly cheap. It only cost around 500 Danish kroner, which isn't a lot compared to what other things cost at these moments. That was actually a quite easy unpack, just open the lid, and it wasn't even sealed or anything. But in here we have two teams, so they will need to be attached to these down here. We have a couple of goals and some other items, I don't know what is yet, but hopefully this amazing manual here on one side will be able to tell me everything I need. There are even some tricks and moves. Shovel, the, I don't even know how that's pronounced, and the centrifuge. So a couple of tips here. I'll take a look at those later so I can beat everyone else. And some stuff here I don't know what is, but I'll figure that out. So let's get this out of the box. A bit more stuff down here. This is the pucks. Down here. Oh, that's barriers for the track, probably so the puck won't fly around. And more barriers. So we're just going to remove the box here. It's actually quite a nice box, but I wouldn't quite say that it was safe transporting the game itself in this box with the Danish postal services. So, but luckily it looks unharmed. So let's take a further look here. This is the game, and you play this game by moving your players using these, and they actually slide very well. So, and you can turn them around by turning the knobs here. So after doing a bit more inspecting of the content of the box, I saw that there was a user manual here. The single page that was printed on both sides here are actually rules for playing the game. They even say that you can find an official audio piece that will tell when a match is about to start and everything. And then we have these moves. So that's actually pretty neat. But let's get this unpacked first so we can see where everything goes. So I have no idea which of the players is going on which of these pins, but hopefully this user manual will tell me something. And I know I'm a guy and I know I'm using a user manual here, but hopefully everything should be fine anyways. So I can see we'll have to start on the bottom of the playing field here. So I'm just going to turn it around. It needs some legs on it, so that's probably these. And down here we can see all of the mechanics. It's actually pretty neat, very impressive, and it's all plastic. These rods are also plastic, so I hope this is durable, but only time will tell about that. I think it will be just fine because I've seen people play on these on YouTube and it looked really fine. So, and considering the price, yeah, I don't know what to expect. But let's get all of these in here. A small rubber feet, probably trying to prevent the track from moving around when playing. There are 4 legs, as far as I can see. They are probably going to be positioned right here, like that. That was pretty easy. So let's slide those in there. I don't know. The important thing here is that this table is not going to move when placed on a tabletop. So I hope this rubber will do. I have considered building a table just for this hockey game, and if I do that, I'll of course make some small holes in it where these will fit inside so it can't move at all, because I think it's very important that this stays fixed in place. So let's just get the legs on the back side here. Actually very easy to attach, no problem there, and they are mounted. The rate rises it a bit. Step 1 and 2 complete. Step 3, attach the goals. We have the goals right here. Hopefully everything will continue to be this easy. Goal 1 and the second goal. This surface seems kind of thin, and it looks like it's only a small piece of plastic on top of it with all of the designs and the logos here. So we have a harder plastic surface on the bottom and then a thin piece of plastic up here. But yeah, I think it's built to last, so I don't think it's any problem, and you're not going to manhandle it or anything. So all of the controls are being done down here from all of these pulleys. We're just taking a look at this up here. These red sliders, they might be for calculating points. Yeah, this is for points. And how they're going to be located, that is the good question. And then the slider, the point, the scores. It's actually quite easy to see how many points you got here, so that's okay. I placed them so we'd start with the lowest number down here, and then as you get more points, you slide them upwards. So just the other side. Always wanted one of these. So hopefully I'll be able to beat my friends in it. That's the goals and the scoring system. Point calculator, scoreboard is probably the right word. And then we came to step 6. We have these. It's a bit difficult to see on the drawing which direction they wanted this. It has a back side and a front side. This seems much better because here it clicked in place and it looks like these supports are supporting against it or leaning against it. So I think this is more correct. and then on the final step, all of the players. So let's get those on there. Well, everything's assembled and it looks just fine. I forgot a couple of pieces of plastic that says Stiga. They go inside these goals, so the puck hits here and falls down into the goal. But I just attached those. That was really easy. I think it will be a hassle to remove the players here, because they are pretty good stuck there, but of course you won't have them falling off while playing. So the quality wise, I think this is a lot better than I actually expected. I know I said this is a single piece of plastic, but you're not going to have your hands down there. It's only these players that are moving forward and backwards. So as long as you only use this game as it's intended, using these pulleys here, moving the players, turning them around like this, I don't think you'll have any problems. And I'm very impressed of how sturdy the table is actually. Those small rubber feet down there, they actually keep this game on the surface of the table without it being able to move forward and backwards. So that's very nice. Very happy with that. The scoreboards, yeah, it's cheap, but it works. So nice more detail. Everything seems to be in order. So I only need to test this to see if it lives up to the expectations. So I'll just have to wait for an opponent. So as soon as I find one, I'll just make a couple of recordings. We'll record a game. The rules, and I think that's pretty neat, in here gives precise explanation of how a game is to be played, which is nice, so you don't have to figure that out yourself. So I think it's nice there is a formal rule set for this. And I just browsed the internet a bit and I saw that it's possible to buy players with different colors, so you can buy different nationalities and teams, which is also a cool little gimmick. And you can actually get spare parts, so if you break one of these, which I will not disregard, could happen in a heated match. If you break one of these, it is possible just to replace it. That's also very neat. And there are some recommendations in the user manual where they tell you to add some silicone oil to some of the pulleys down and wheels down below it, so everything runs more smoothly. And they even suggest adding some metal washers behind these, and says that will make the game last longer. So to do that, you'll probably have to remove these red dots up here and then secure the washers in metal here. That will of course prevent this from tearing and damaging the plastic surface. But I'm not going to do that to begin with. So this looks really fine. So let's get our test game going. We are ready for the first testing of this Stiga hockey game, and the Stiga has released a starting countdown timer with everything, so let's try to use that.
30 seconds to the next game.
We have never tried to play this before. We haven't tried to play this for more than 20 years or so.
10 seconds to the next game.
This is going to be exciting. 5 minutes battle with the wife for bragging rights.
Get ready.
Og så bare tage den op.
Jeg har en ny her.
4 minutes remaining.
Klar. No! You are so close.
Three minutes remaining. Two minutes remaining.
Var det Silvo?
Det er jeg lidt usikker på.
Jeg tror, det var.
Nej, det tror jeg nu ikke, det var.
Yes.
Ja.
Bare tænk på lidt igen.
1 minute remaining. Thirty seconds remaining.
A nice little test game there, where we definitely showed off that we are no experts at this, but it was very fun, and I felt that the game was completely fair, and everything just worked. You could reach the puck everywhere. There were no flaws or errors in the game itself. It just works. It's quite obvious that this type of games has been around for a long time and has been perfected, because everything is just as it should be. This would be a nice addition to any man cave. So personally, I'm going to use this in my arcade gaming hall, and this will be a very nice addition to that. If you are looking for casual games with friends, if you're going to play with your kids, this is definitely worth buying, I would say, especially considering that the price isn't that high. And if you decide to practice, you can get better at this and be able to beat your opponents that has less practice. You can practice and get better at this game, which is a feature I have always appreciated with games. So you could also take the other road around it and say we're just playing casual games. We just want to set this up once in a while and play against some friends without any of us having practice and have a laugh over a game or two. And it will also do that quite nicely. So I'll definitely recommend this game. As I have just unpacked it and tested it, I don't know how long it will last, if it's durable or anything, but my guess is that it actually is. If you treat it right, treat it respectfully, without being all too violent when losing or winning, this will last for a long time, would be my best guess. And as I said before, it's possible to buy spare parts, so definitely worth it, I'd say. I'm looking forward to playing this some more with my friends and competing a bit. Well, really hope you've enjoyed watching this content. It's a bit different from what I've been doing until now on Hobby World, but as I've said before, Hobby World is a channel that focuses on all of my interests and hobbies. And one of my interests is old games, arcade games and so on, and this was definitely within that category. So I'm probably going to be making more reviews of all kinds of weird stuff in the future. Of course, still going to be making all of those slot car related projects, 3D printing projects and so on, but reviews of all kinds of stuff I find interesting. You can definitely expect to watch more of that on the channel. So I hope you've enjoyed the content this time. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comments, feedback, always appreciated. So write down in the comments if you would like to see more like this, because I have a lot of stuff I could test out and show how it works and so on. So feel free to write down in the comments. I'll be happy to see what you have to say. And thank you all for watching, and have a great day, everyone.